Alright everybody, today we are going to learn how to set up DRD, which is a tool for Java for the dynamic detection of data races, which is really useful because sometimes they're hard to find and hard to debug. Anyway, so in order to do this, the first thing you're going to need to do is download DRD. I went ahead and grabbed version 0.7.1. It's the most recent up-to-date version. I'll go ahead and throw a link to this page in the comments section below, so you can go ahead and grab that there. And anyway, after you grab that, you're going to unzip it, and you're going to put the files wherever they are easily accessible. I just went ahead and threw them on my desktop here. So, step 2 is we are going to, we'll use git bash. Alright, so we're going to go into config folder inside of the DRD files you just extracted. And we're going to list the files that are in there, okay? So the first thing you'll notice is there are 2 files that have example in the name. So what we're going to do is we're going to rename those files to just be what it would be without the example. So config-example.xml would become config.xml. And then the other one is hb config example.xml. We're going to make it hb-config.xml. Alright, so now we've got those up to date. So step 2 is we are going to go into the properties file. So we're going to Alright, and you're going to notice that there are a couple fields that are left blank here, and that's what we're going to be filling in today. So the log.dir log directory is going to be where DRD logs all of its findings, and that's going to be useful because that's where you're going to go to be able to access information pertinent to your application, so things like if there's data races. So we're going to make a new folder on my desktop, and I'm just going to call it DRD log. Alright. So it's brand new. So now we're going to come here, and I'm going to say that my log directory is located at DRD log. There we go. Provide the path. And then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to provide the absolute path to the directory containing those files that we just edited the names of. And for me, that is going to be users, me, desktop, DRD 0.7.1, and that's where they are. Now these things down here, it'll always print your data races in drd_races.log, but if you also want them printed in just the regular log, you can set that to true. And then this has to do with how it groups data races that your DRD finds, and it has to do with what it provides you in terms of debugging it. And so I'm just going to leave it at call class and method because I want to know the call class that has the data race within it and the method that's invoking the race condition. So those look good. Let's save those. And then the other change that we need to make is inside the config.xml file. So we're going to go into here. Now, the important thing here is going to be in this race detection. So, as you can read from the comment, as it sits right now, it excludes all data races except for ones in the com.devexperts package. But we, well, I guess I, would like it to report back to me all of the data races. So I want it to include everything. So I'm just going to leave that like this, and I'm going to save that. And let me see if there's anything else I need to change up here. Nope, I think that's it. So as long as those are saved, I'm going to quit there. Alright, now we need an application to test a data race in, and I went ahead and wrote a little Java program that features a good old data race. Pretty simple. It's a Java class has a shared integer here. The main's going to create 5 instances of an inner class that extends the thread. So it's going to create 5 threads, and inside each thread it's just going to increment the shared value, but it's not going to have any sort of synchronization techniques, so henceforth data race. Anyway, so what you're going to do is whatever program you have, you are going to need to open up a window there, or a terminal there. So where's this? This was here. Yeah. So in my Eclipse workspace, I called that project race condition. So I'm going to go here, and I'm going to go into the binaries, like where my class files are. And I'm going to open a terminal here. And now that we have DRD set up, here's how we're going to use it. So we're calling Java here. And DRD is implemented as a Java agent because it's run on the same JVM with your application. So we're going to say that the agent is DRD desktop DRD-0.7.1. And then the file that we need is drd_agent.jar. All right. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to change where the DRD settings file is. So desktop DRD-0.7.1 -config, and then we want the settings that are in Ddrd.properties, which we edited earlier. And then the class that we want to invoke DRD to run on is the class that has the main inside of it, which is called data race. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to throw in data race. All right, so now I'm going to click enter here. And it went ahead and it is now going to run the DRD tests, and you'll be able to see when it concludes, which should not be that long. All right, so now it's done. Now if you look at your DRD log folder, now there are files in here. Yay, it worked. So now we're going to come in here, and you'll notice that there's a file called drd_races.log. So we're going to open this, and, well, haha, line endings. Okay, I'm going to open this. And what do you know? We have a data race at dataraces.java line 4. Look at line 4. Oh, I have a data race on my shared value. Imagine that. Where do I have it? At datarace.java 32. So I'm going to come in here, and boom. There we go. That's where the data race is. Yeah, so this just shows that how to set DRD up, how to link it to your application that you want to run it with, and then how to read the results. So, I mean, if I took the extra time and implemented the semaphore and limited the access and synchronized the access to the shared variable, then it would obviously return that there were no races. But in the interest of brevity, I will not do that today. But anyway, yep, that is how you set up DRD. And yeah, thank you very much. Have a good afternoon.